Hi friends, today I'm going to teach you about arrays with a fun PowerPoint video that I made. Um, we haven't learned arrays yet together, so this is our first lesson. We will have a few lessons about arrays to make sure that you get it, but here's your first initial lesson about arrays with a fun cat PowerPoint. I hope that you enjoy. Our PowerPoint today is called Hi, Hey, Let's Learn About Arrays, and it has some adorable cats in it. What are arrays? An array is a set of objects arranged in rows and columns. Like this. We have 2 rows of cats, and they're in 4 columns. Cool! But why do we use arrays? Arrays make counting easier. It's the beginning step to learning multiplication. Multiplication? I've been wanting to try that. Now I'm interested. I'll teach you everything I know. Arrays are arranged or organized in rows and columns. If you look, the rows are in red, the columns are in yellow. Rows go left to right, like movie theater seats, and columns go up and down, kind of like a column on a house, like a big pole on a house that goes up and down. Rows go from left to right like a row of seats at the movies. That's what you see here in red. See how the rows move from left to right? Columns go up and down like a flagpole. See how they go up and down? See how the columns move up and down? Let's practice. How many rows are there? Now's your chance to write your answer on your own board or piece of paper at home. So how many rows are there? The rows are in red. The answer is 3. Exactly, 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. Rows go from left to right. Let's practice again. How many columns are there? Write your answer on your board or piece of paper. The columns are in yellow. You got it! 4 columns. Columns go up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. And 1, 2, 3 rows. Do you remember what symbol we used to multiply? Write your answer. Answer, we use an X symbol when we do times tables or multiplication. Oh, right, like 2 times 2 equals 4. How many of you kids are excited to learn multiplication? Without me even being there, I know a lot of you are saying, me, 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 me. Well, the good news is this is our beginning step to teaching and learning multiplication. So the faster, the quicker that we practice learning arrays, the better you do when we practice learning arrays, the better you're going to be with multiplication. Arrays are that beginning step. When you are counting rows and columns, you're getting ready for multiplication. Correct! So, if we have 3 rows and 4 columns, we can write it as 3 times 4. Like this, 1, 2, 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. That would be 3 times 4. 3 times 4, or 3 by 4, or 3x 4. There are many ways to describe an array. You can say 3 times 4, 3 by 4, or 3x4, 3 by 4, or 3 rows of 4. Whoa, that's way too much for one cat to remember. Wait, just hear me out. If you practice, you'll remember it all. Ready to try? Okay, but I'm gonna call my homies to help me out. Play along with us. Write your answers on your board or piece of paper. Let's get serious. Which answer correctly shows how many school supplies are in this array? A, 3 rows and 3 columns. B, 3 rows and 8 columns. Or C, 8 rows and 3 columns. Think about your answer. I'm sure all the cats are thinking about their answers too. Remember, rows go from left to right, columns go up and down. How many rows and columns do we have? Good work! The answer is B. There are 3 rows going left to right and 8 columns. We can see the 3 rows when we look at the red. 1, 2, 3. And there's 8 columns going up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did you get the answer B? It looks like most of our cats did. Now that we know there are 3 rows and 8 columns, what's another way to write this array? We can write it 3 times 8, or B, 3 times 7, or C, 3 times 3. Think carefully about your answer. What's another way to write 3 rows by 8 columns? Boom! The answer is A, 3 times 8. Yay! All of our cat friends got it right. Did you get it right? Fantastic job! You're really getting this array thing. Let's try another question. Which answer correctly matches this set of objects? What are these objects, by the way? I know you've learned them with me. These are pennies. Good job. So, which answer choice correctly matches this set of pennies? A, 2 rows of 6 pennies. B, 7 rows of 2 pennies. Or C, 2 rows of 7 pennies. I'm going to give you a minute to think and decide. You cats better be thinking too. Boom! The answer was C. There are 2 rows going left to right and 7 columns going up and down. Did you get the right answer? Most of our cats did. Good job. You're smart kitties. Think you can solve this next question? Which array correctly matches this set of objects? Oh man, we have pennies. And what are the other objects that we see? Those are dimes. Good. I bet you got it. So, do we have A, 4 by 4, B, 4 by 5, or C, 4 by 6? Look at your rows, look at your columns, and try to decide. Remember, our rows go left to right, and our columns go up and down. Boom! The answer is B, 4 by 5. I can count 1, 2, 3, 4 of each in each row, and there are 5 rows. Oh man, all the cats got it right. Did you? Great! Arrays are used to make counting faster. How many total coins does this array show? A, 18, B, 25, or C, 20? We can use our arrays to count different pairs. So what I would do is I would count by 5s each one of these columns. 5, 10, 15. What's the answer? The answer is C, 20. Did you get that right on your own piece of paper? The cats did, most of them. Good job. This is getting too simple for you. Ready for a challenge? Let's see if you can answer without choices. Fine by me. Let's do it. Okay, no problem. How many rows and columns does this array have? Oh man, we're talking big money now. How many rows and how many columns? Think about it and write down your answer on that piece of paper, please. The answer is 3 rows and 3 columns. Our rows go left to right, our columns go up and down, and there are 3 of each. How many total dollar bills are in the array if we have 3 by 3? Think about it and write it down. The answer is, boom, 9. You're right. 9 total items are in the array. Write the rows and columns of this array with an X symbol. Okay, so how many rows do I have? How many columns do I have? Remember, rows go left to right, columns go up and down. Think about your answer. Boom, the answer is 2 times 5, or 2 by 5. Did you get it right? How many total cupcakes are in the array? If I have 2 by 5, my answer would be 10. Nice work! 10 cupcakes are in the array. I hope you got it right. I see that the purple cat did. Write this array in the following way: blank by blank. For example, 10 by 10. So look at your piggy banks here and then write it down as blank by blank. You can do that now quickly on your paper. The answer is 2 by 3. Is that what you got? How many total piggy banks are there in the array if we have 2 by 3? That's beginning multiplication. So the answer is 2, 4, 6. Good, all our cats got it right. Amazing job. 6 items are in this array. How many rows and columns does this array have? They're looking at glue bottles. Oh man. I count my rows. 1, 2, 3. I count my columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You do the same. There should be 3 rows and 10 columns. So our answer is 3 by 10. How many total glue bottles are there in the array if we have 3 by 10? If I were you, I would count by tens. 10, 20, 30. The answer is 30. Cool. 30 total items are in the array. Write the rows and columns of this array with an X symbol. How many rows? How many columns do we have? Our answer is 3 by 5, or 3 times 5. So knowing that, I can count by 5s 3 times to get my answer. How many total scissors are there in the array? Let's count by 5s. 5, 10, 15. Excellent. 15 scissors are in the array. Write this array in the following way: blank by blank. For example, 10 by 10. All right, let's look at our rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's look at our columns. 1, 2. Now you figure out that answer. Please write it down on your paper as blank by blank. The answer is 4 by 2, or 2 by 4. How many total cats are there in the array? Think about it. It's counting by twos. 2, 4, 6. Our answer is 8. I knew I couldn't trick you. 8 items are in this array. I knew you could be the cat master of arrays with some practice. Here are some discussion questions to help review what you've learned. Why do we use arrays? Think about that. Why do we use arrays? The answer is to help us learn multiplication. If we can count quickly, we can get ready for multiplication. So it's to make counting groups of items easier, and it's so that we can get ready for multiplication. What are rows and what are columns? Answer that question in your own head first, and then I'll give you the answer. What are rows? What are columns? Rows go from left to right on a page, like movie theater seats, all in a row. Columns go up and down like a flagpole, right? It goes from the top to the bottom. How else could I write 2 rows and 3 columns? Think about that. Write your answers down. I could write it as 2 by 3, or I could say 2 times 3, or I could say 2x3. All of those answers are the same as 2 rows and 3 columns. Last question. Draw an array of circles for 4 by 4. So take your paper and draw that now. Let's see what you come up with. Draw an array of circles for 4 by 4. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Please get on Showbie to practice arrays with some worksheets, and then you can check out the array slash multiplication epic video and do some IXL practice. Happy learning!